segment for the different entities whose presence is relevant at that particular time during the filming. You're going to have a phone number shown for the main flyer for the forum. We're going to have the June events, all the June dates here, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and the 23rd particular neighborhoods here. First off is the sales team members. You're going to be seeing this first. If you signed a petition, of course, it was for the economic forum where businesses come communicate investment opportunities. You also have the opportunity to showcase our talent, and so it's important that you all have the information of how you will be incentivized to do so that you can make money off of the referrals that you bring, so that you can look over everything and see how we're going to be coordinating that and see how to be in your best interest to do that. You'll have opportunity to film it yourself. We have the equipment available for you. We'll have policy for that to review. We'll just set up the locations and the time frames, and then if you need to use the equipment, you can film it, and then you can get those proceeds for those referrals of different artists. We'll have a standard segment. We have standard presentations, so that everyone is putting their best foot forward and getting their their brand with the type of image that they want. All right, so that's for you guys. Be sure to look over this information that I'm about to be covering. What I don't have covered yet, what I'm going to talk about, we have some great sponsors who contact in the forum, and we're going to be structuring some policy and information that'll be transparent for you guys to look over and see how your ownership can be there with the venues from the scratch, from all of the ownership, whenever revenue is generated. You'll see all the revenue streams and see how you'll be able to get percentages of that. We have some expenses, and then taking care of that, and then being involved with the promotion campaigns at this infancy of the forum. This gets you some great leadership opportunities to have an ownership of the forum. Okay, the Free Life Business Forum, we're going to cut through the slides. I'm going to be covering each slide. You'll be able to see them. Of course, you're looking at them right now. Slide 1 is the Free Life Business Forum. The Free Life Business Forums, pays $10 if you secure the $30 video package. Okay, so we got the $30, the $50, and the $100 video packages, and we said, gonna cover side associated with that. Free Life has different people out here canvassing. As you canvas, and you explain what the opportunities is. Of course, you keep a list of your canvassing, and then that's gonna dictate some of these commissioning rates. If I'm canvassing and you're working off of the list that I provide, that's, or Free Life generates canvassing, then, and you provide, and then you're calling from that list. You can use our list to make contact with the people and follow up. And then if you secure it that way, that's what this pertains to. So we'll pay $10 if you secure the $30 video package from a call list that the Free Life Business Forum provides. All right, Free Life Business Forums pay $16 for the $15 package from a call list that the Free Life Business Forum provides. And for the $100, $33 if you secure the $100 video package from a call list that we provide. We're going to cover some of the minutes and the benefits of the different packages for the people who will use those. Of course, that will be, we're going to cover that. Okay, so for we do slide 1 and we do 2. We're dealing with slide 3 now, and that's for it's a $50 split all the way if you find a video presenter and we do the editing, we do the filming of that person, we do their packaging for them to be showcased at the forum. and the media broadcasting that we're going to be doing with the hits and so forth of that. If we're doing that package and you found it from your canvassing, then we'll split that up 50% each. And for the sales, for the $30 package, $50 and $100, again, it's at 83% your cut, and we only get 17% if you do the filming and you provide the opportunity. You did the canvassing that located the customer, and you do the filming, and then submit all of that to the form, then it's $25 you get for the $30 package. $5 go to the Free Life Business Forms, $42 if it's the $50 package, and $83 if it's the $100 package. Okay. And as I said, we'll provide recording equipment if you don't have yours to get your start there with that. Okay. The Free Life Business Forms pays $5 if you secure the $15. If you secure $15 for the 4-minute business executive summary from a presented list. Okay, if you find the 4-minute business executive summary, you get 10. Free Life gets 5 for every 4. So we have media presence bios that we're gonna be promoting those, and maybe the documentary, the mixtape, Africa Times newspaper is going to be different publications where we're going to be listing the different people's bios. We have a service provider list, okay, and so these bios will be listed in these different entities for the $5, and again, that be getting exposure to all of the different people who will be utilizing the different services that we provide. We'll be talking about some of those services at the forum, of course. The main ones being electrical. I mean, of course, electrical as well, but anything that's associated with skilled trades in the homes. Okay, it's going to be service providers for all your music and filming needs. It's going to be service providers for your beauty and things of that nature, just to name a few. Transportation. Okay, so you want to be listed in there. Energy efficiency, where we'll be saving people money on their electric or gas bill. So those people are participating in those type of programs will have credits towards service providers that we have. And so, they'll be looking at what you provide and looking at your videos and then making the decision from there. So it'll be a great opportunity. Of course, it's for only $5 to be listed amongst, with the bio from that, with, the different video bios. We talked about those packages with the $30, the 50 and the 100. So all of those, of course, will increase your marketability when you're placed in those different platforms that we have. Okay, slide 6 is talking about some of the time. So again, for Free Life Business Forms pays $5 if you secure a $15 4-minute business executive summary presented from a call list that the Free Life Business Forms provide. If you find the 4-minute business executive summary presenter, you get 10 and the form gets 5. Okay, for $5 media presence bio secured from Free Life Business Forms provided, the salesperson gets $5. Please contact if you have any questions, if any of this is confusing, and we'll make it clear for you, okay? Because again, that's a $5 media presence bio. We'll talk about some of those different locations where that's placed, so you can ensure that, when you're communicating that to the different people, you'll be able to show them the links and so forth why it benefits them. We have all that structured and the communication to aid your sales effort with that. Do slide 6 here. And that's going to be talking about some of the minutes, okay, that we're going to be doing for the month of June. Okay, so the $30 package, of course, you get your minute and a half video presentation for the form presentation that you also have. So this $30 package guarantees you form representation. You have a bio that's a minute and a half long that we've been constructed from interviews with you and seeing your product or the service that you provide. And then at the economic forum, you have a 7-minute, get your 7-minute presentation. And then also we'll be featuring a documentary that we're going to be releasing early July. And you will have a presence of 3 to 5 minutes within that documentary production. And it's going to be on the Shy Peace Summer Campaign. We're going to establish peace in the Shy for the summer campaign. And you'll have a 3 to 5 minute documentary presence within that. The $50 package gets the 5-minute video presentation at the economic forum. So again, that's 8.5 minutes at the forum total that you're having, with the minute and a half and then your 7 minutes oral presentation. With the $50 package, 5 minutes video presentation, and the economic forum, you get 15 minutes for your presentations. And then in the documentary, you're getting 10 to 15 minutes for your documentary presence. The $100 is 15-minute video presentation at the economic forum, in addition to your 25 minutes at the economic forum. And then in the documentary, we're going to ensure that your presence is seen for at least 25 to 30 minutes in the documentary, about your works, your deeds, your mission, your vision, and so forth. In the documentary, that's going to be all positive and upstanding. As I was expressing earlier with the salespeople, it's in your interest to get the records of the canvassing efforts that you secure. We want to keep the records of that and all the sales that you secure from that, so that we can make sure everything matches up from the sales with your canvassing efforts, so that you can be rewarded your just due with these terms. Of course, these terms is negotiable as you start having more success. If you want to negotiate some of these terms, talk to me. And these agreements are non-binding. It gives us the opportunity to go from each venue and make the best opportunity at each one of those. Also, we're going to be talking about the Africa Times Hip Hop News. That's what a lot of the promotion is going to be, the Africa Times and the Hip Hop News, where we're going to be doing a $1 monthly subscription, and then we're going to do $1 commission for every 5 sales. All right, we're going to structure some writing submissions and the policy and whatever, how we're going to do that. If you want to have any articles in there, submit it as we start getting the subscriptions and so forth. We'll work on the structure, on the payments for the different writers and so forth, or we just might just straight out hire some writers. Right now, we're not going to talk about too much of the hip hop. The Africa Times newspaper, but just know that's where you're going to be listed. You're going to have some publications at that in the classifieds and that the people have exposure to, again, for the different credits that they'll receive for the programs that we have, the main one being the energy efficiency, where they're saving money on their electric and their heat bill or gas bill. Okay, and again, so when you're aiding with that, just know that it's a $1 commission for every 5 sales that you get. So every month that you have those 5 sales, you have that residual income coming in. So that's how we're going to work that. Okay, we're doing the Free Life documentary mixtape. And that's the music campaign, in addition with the documentary of the Shy Peace Summer Campaign. So it's going to be musical, documentary representations that you're going to be a part of. That we're going to have whole campaigns around with that. I wanted to talk about some of the ownership opportunities with the mixtape. If I could find that slide here, and I had a pack. There it had to be somewhere. Mixtape, where you get for your $200 mixtape. We have a package where with the mixtape, this for the mixtape here, and documentary. $200 for the mixtape, you'll get 6% of whatever revenue is generated from the production. 6% from your $200 contribution, whatever revenue is generated from the mixtape, you'll have 6% of that. 275 for your contribution to the mixtape documentary. We'll have a meeting about that, discussing the different avenues that we're going to make sure that those funds are going towards to ensure that it'll be successful, where you can anticipate receiving the 6%. So that's something we have another upload that's specifically for that discussion of what that strategy is going to be. We're going to be having that real soon, and that's going to be for the artists. We're going to be communicating about that aspect of it. Got some great leadership who just joined the board, who are managing a lot of artists. So that'll be something he can discuss with artists as well. Some of my Virginia brothers who I've done albums with, they reaching out for real estate, but of course they're still very potent MCs, and they'll be able to contribute concepts, ideas of how we'll structure the music aspects, where it's non-binding but it's sustained distribution chains, sustained presence in different markets throughout the country. It's in the shop. Inspiration of mine, never leave Evil G. Full of glory, we can never be defeated. Teach the children what the elders did for freedom. Inspiration in mind, never leave. Affirmations. So long as you're alive, I'm sure you always keep achieving. Affirmations. People's full of glory, will never be defeated. Affirmations. Teach the children what the elders did for freedom. Affirmations.
Hey, now, blessing in disguise every time I face peril, surviving. My odds so divine with the path of the God, but I laugh at the odds and the fold, the control and the soul of a rebel in the midst. That I keep the flows deep level in the abyss. Kettle on the stove, got the whistle when I spit it. Grizzly on the beat, saying fan so exquisite. Fuck around and shoot the video, pairing the visit. Content is down and the aim with precision. Flame in the scripture, pain and danger, I get you. Got the wrong picture, propaganda submitted. Real inspiration, get the bullshit admitted. Gotta keep the lyrics all tight like a fitted. Hide with the feeling, inciting you to handle what's the cause like a fight. After all, what's the problems, the faults, diabolical plots from the beginning. I ain't trying to